quick clacker, because we have a ton to get to this week. Big surprise, right? First of all, he made it. There is not a Lego collection spread all over Florida.
No, not yet. Well, there could be, but it's not mine.
Not only did he make it through the hurricane, but also had time to come back up here to the HQ because we've got a cool event going on this weekend. We will get to more of that in a little bit. First of all, though, in honor of Brickmania's 25th anniversary, which congratulations, by the way, we are extending the sale that we recently have been running, which is code 25BKM for 15% off ready-to-ship items, all the way through Monday. And the cool part about that is not only do you have extra time to be able to grab some stuff, but there are going to be new sale eligible items that are going to be dropping that you can use that promo code applied for starting Friday and then again on Monday. So I want to run through those real quick. First of all is the one you see in front of you, which is the Combatant Craft Assault, the Special Warfare Fast Boat. That will be exiting its pre-order status come Friday and will be eligible for that coupon. We do still have some in stock as well. It comes with 2 minifigures and then has the option to add up to 3 of the Swick minifigs. We will keep Swick minifigs in reserve for people who place orders for this kit. So we will make sure that those are available to you guys. The other one is the Ukrainian D-2111, which is the unmanned ground vehicle. Very small amount of those left. But if they do make it all the way to Friday, they will also be losing their pre-order status and will be eligible for that sale. Then come Monday, which is the final day of the sale, so you only have a short amount of time to be able to jump on these. And one of them is a big one, the F-16 Fighting Falcon. Will be available for that coupon code because it will be exiting its pre-order status. The Humvee M1152A1 will also be leaving its pre-order status and eligible for that discount code. The HIMARS is another one that will be eligible. There is a couple left of the Praetorian Guard as well. I checked before we ran down here, so that will exit its pre-order status. And then the Ukrainian upgrade pack for the HIMARS will also be leaving pre-order status and eligible. So again, you've only got one day to get on those ones that are switching over on Monday, but come Friday, we'll have some new eligible items. So if you've been kind of hesitating or waiting to see what was going on with those, the sale is extended, so you get a nice little discount included with that, which is awesome to see. And then obviously everything else that's ready to ship in stores and online, you can apply that code to as well. A couple of retail exclusions apply. If you've got questions and you're in the store, just ask your associate and they will let you know what's going on. Moving to the more online stuff. So we do have a brand new pre-order coming this week, which I think a lot of people will be excited to see, and that is the Panzer IV Ausf G, World War II German medium tank. We are going to do another optional upgrade for that as well, so it will come with the commander figure, but then we're doing a Panzer crewman, was it V2, V9, V6000?
An updated Panzer crewman, so yes. that your crewman will match your commander.
Exactly.
But different headgear, they'll have a slightly different uniform, but yeah, you'll have the option for additional crewmen.
Yep.
So I think we should call it a 2.
Call it a 2? All right, we'll call it a 2.
We're going to do up to 2 additional. If there's leftovers, we'll put more up. It's just that this close to the holiday and our schedule being as tight as it is, we're just going to let you do 2. If that time comes later on down the road,
we'll have some available.
Yes, individuals for
print capacity is a premium.
Right.
Come this time of year.
The commander will always be exclusive to the kit.
Yes,
but the additional crewmen, and you probably have other Panzers, that have just a commander. You've been waiting for us to make a new crewman. They will be available.
You'll be able to outfit them. Awesome.
Down the road, though.
Yes, it'll be a minute at least until that pre-order clears.
After the holidays. I mean, we are trying to fit. It's like a puzzle that we're trying to fit stuff in. That's what I do behind the scenes. Monkey with the schedule.
Try to make it work, and we're already talking Christmas, which seems crazy, but it's kind of snapped weather here wise, so we're starting to at least feel the cool a little bit now. We're not talking about the holidays. Well, it's 80 degrees outside. But before we get to the rest of the stuff that is releasing this week, let's kick things over to Andrea in the Italian design studio, hear a little bit more about this Panzer IV.
Welcome back, Brickmaniacs. Welcome back to the Italian design studio for the second week in a row. This time we have the return of a beloved kit from World War II. I had the pleasure of updating it for the second time during my Brickmania designer career. So here it is. Let's not wait any longer to take a look at newest Panzer IV Ausf G coming to Brickmania this Friday. Let's go take a closer look. Let's take now a closer look to the prototype of the Panzer IV Ausf G. So first thing, a little bit of history, but I know that most of you know way more than I do about the Panzers, since they are so iconic and well known. Little bit of introduction. This was the G variant that was introduced between late 42, early 43. So it had a long barrel 75 millimeter KWK gun, 2 machine guns, and it incorporates all the modification that could be found on the F2 variant. They were just standardized and made more easy to produce in mass. So let's talk a little bit about the design itself. We were missing Panzer IVs for about a year now, and we really needed one. So I started thinking what could be improved from the very well designed and iconic designs Brickmania had in the past. So first thing I did was to identify which were the key features and iconic features of previous design, and they were for sure the turret with these 3 hatches that allow maximum playability, and it had display value. These hatches had a lot of display value to the build. Of course, we have the boss test ninja checking every prototype I do, keeping me in check at all times in the faraway Italian design studio. So these were a few, and of course the perfect rolling of previous Panzer IVs was brought back to this one. So these were the 2 features I wanted to maintain, while I reworked completely the inner structure of both the turret and the hull, and also the mudguards are completely reworked. The mudguards were the toughest part because I wanted this tank to be very sleek line. You see, it's a little bit shorter than its predecessors. It allows for better proportions, and it was a challenge to add all the details you see, lights and hammers, antennas, while having just a 1 wide solid, because you see it doesn't break down if you push down on it. It needs to be solid, while having the mudguard this thin. The back was reworked. You can see here the printing on it. I'll show it better. There's printing all over these 2 massive 4x4 tiles, and there's Balkenkreuz on either side. Iconic sloping, very light in the front, both machine gun, and of course the hatches closes. And this is one of the most menacing tanks you can find in the battlefield, at least by its look, and at least in 1942-43. Custom 3D printed muzzle brake to complete the look of the gun, and a brand new Panzer Commander designed by Drew. The antenna goes up and down for your communication needs. So this is the Panzer IV Ausf G. I forgot to mention that with this kit comes with a beautiful sticker sheet that allows you to customize your build with unit numbers, and for the first time unit insignias for I think close to 10 different Wehrmacht units from World War II. So a very cool, very extensive sticker sheet that allows you to personalize this tank, and if you want to build more, to have even more added to the lineup, to your mocks and to your shells. So this is the Panzer IV, and I'm sure you love the new build and the new look. Here it is, Brickmaniacs. The Panzer IV Ausf G is coming to brickmania.com this Friday. Don't miss out. Lots of new features and a brand new look on the Panzer IV. So so much work went into it, both from yours truly and the Brickmania team. So for any further information, check out our social media and our webpage. I'll see you guys next week. We go back to World War II Pacific Theater this time.
Okay, so like we said, both the combatant craft assault, say that 3 times fast, and the Ukrainian unmanned ground vehicle are both going to be available and getting ready to ship here very soon. We will also have what is left over of the SWIC, which I assume will be a fairly small amount if you guys have been tracking those recent ones. Usually the modern guys are put up in pretty small quantities, but what is available outside of the pre-order will be available standalone. We've got some cool stuff that follows our off-world theme, which is awesome. I think some people have been excited to see this stuff releasing. So we will have an off-world Dragoon torso in the classic series theme, and then we will also have the custom-created helmet and custom-created armor available from our 3D print department as individual accessories too. So that will be the new release rundown for this week. Make sure you check your email come Friday, because all the links for the cool stuff that you want to get your hands on and that is eligible for that sale will be available in that. But the reason you're in town is because you guys have kind of a busy weekend coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
Myself and several others.
The crew.
From the crew that was there last year will be back at Maker Faire, Bay Area. And we're going back to finish what we started last year, and that is the USS Mariano G. Vallejo. That's a minifig scale nuclear ballistic missile submarine. It's big. It's designed to fit into our store window at the Mare Island store in Vallejo, which there's a whole cool historical tie-in. We're going to Vallejo to build the Vallejo in the same shipyard that the original ship was, original sub. It is a boat technically. Original boat was built at the Mare Island Naval Shipyard, and that's where Maker Faire is. So this is kind of we're making the Vallejo in Vallejo. Where the original was.
It's a really cool tie-in, and the entire Maker Faire in general, from what I understand, is pretty awesome.
Right. I mean, the Maker Faire, it's just all sorts of creativity. It's like a Renaissance fair meets cyberpunk meets steampunk. So new technologies, emerging technologies. There's everything from like drone races to Lego displays to gigantic, huge mega sculptures, burning. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but there's like a fire show. There's just it's just if you're into making things or you're into seeing cool things that people made, STEM, all this stuff, it is a place for you. So it's the first time I've actually been involved in a Maker Faire. I've known about them for years, but this is really cool. We get to go out there and demonstrate what we do in front of people. We'll have a little bit of stuff for sale. It's not why we're really there. Yeah,
not a huge road store, but a couple of goodies if you happen to make the trip.
Yeah, we'll have some stuff there. Come down and see it. And they're having like a free ferry. You could park at the Maker Faire and then go over to our store, and vice versa. You could park at our store and then take the ferry across the river. We're only 3 blocks from the river. And the river, you get on a ferry, take it across directly to Maker Faire. You're already in the Maker Faire.
Cool.
So yeah. If you don't have your tickets yet, I suggest going online to Maker Faire. I think it's makerfaire.org. Follow the link on our events page.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a good time. So if you're in the area or if you're planning on going already, make sure you swing by and say hi to the crew and just check out not only the awesome creations that we're making, but everything else that surrounds it. It sounds like a really good time. I know Slam is super jazzed up to get back there.
yeah. It's a great time, and we get to kind of hang out in a laid back environment, and we're actually building in public, so it's kind of cool. So.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than if you're just coming to one of the Lego conventions and watching people, walk around mocks and then swing by the store real quick. Yeah. It's actually some creativity in action, which is always cool.
There's so many things. I want to tell you what's going to be there. I'm just not sure if,
I'm sure it changes.
It does, yeah. Like, come and see the driving cupcakes.
Didn't you see there was like light up bugs at night last time or something?
Yeah,
that's so cool.
There was the massive fire show. They were flaming insects, and these aren't small like sculptures. These were like sizes of like cars and buses that were lit up with propane. It was wild.
That sounds awesome. So yeah, if you're in that area, make sure to check that out. It sounds like it'll be a good time.
Giant talking electronic robotic giraffe.
I mean, if that doesn't sell you on it, what will? I mean, come on, that's just awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we do have some pre-orders coming back on Monday. These won't be eligible for the sale, but they will be available if you've been waiting on them, because again, These are probably the last time you're going to see, well, they are going to be the last time you'll see them in 2024 at the very least. So we've got the Beep, which is the WC52 3/4 ton utility truck, M8 Greyhound, SDKFC 250-1, that's a German half-track, also in the Classic series. M1278 heavy guns carrier, that's the NATO camouflage joint light tactical vehicle. And then we have a Black Hawk coming back, that is the MH-60L, which is the Battle of Mogadishu.
Right. That's the Super 6.4. People have been asking me, when's that coming back? Well, here it is.
Last chance.
Yeah, last chance of this year. I'm not sure if it's last chance for good, but it always could be. You never know what the schedule. Every time we make something new, which is every week, it sort of crowds out the production schedule, so we have to retire something in order to keep making stuff new.
And then getting ready to ship, in addition to the ones that I mentioned earlier, all these will be sale eligible. First is General Patton in decorations uniform. Then we have the Cold War U.S. Rifleman with perfect caliber brick arms M16A2. That's the one with the grenade launcher. And then we have the Dweller Torso, which is in the Brickmania Classic series as well. So all of that will be back online come Monday and available for that sale. Again, for that one day only, because it will end on Monday night, but you can use that promo code 25BKM to save yourself 15% on those purchases and anything else ready to ship online.
Great.
So there we have it. He's got a pack for Maker Faire, and I've got plenty to do. So without further ado, we will bid you adieu. Thank you very much for watching.
See you next week.